Hi, Jay. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IeltsPodcast.com. Thanks for sending in your essays for correction, for getting on board with the course. It's a really good way to get feedback before you do your exam. So I am going to run through these essays with you. Please don't worry about the 24-hour turnaround. Some students are literally just doing the course, in which case we say keep going, because you can remember a lot of it like that. Of course, most people have to fit in the course with work or study or whatever else you're doing in your life. So it honestly, you send them in when you can. We will get them back to you as soon as we can, and that is usually within 24 hours. That's what we aim for. But we completely understand you have other things to do as well. So these first two essays are to do with education and children. So while traditional educators believe that schooling is, I think you should have here solely to educate, and I think you should have maybe believe that the purpose of schooling is solely to educate. So solely is like only. Others suggest that, so we suggest that something. Hang on. Sorry, suggest that schools should conduct education in a more entertaining manner. Now, for me, it's really, really important that at this point in your essay, you explain what you mean by entertaining, because we haven't got the title here, but I know this word is in the title. And you've used it quite a lot through your essay. You need to show me immediately what you mean. So I would put entertaining and interesting. And as we go through, we'll look up more words. Because if you repeat the words in the question, you won't score any points for lexical range and accuracy. You need to show the examiner you have a wide lexical field. That means a lot of vocab, basically. This essay will argue the primary purpose of schools is to educate the younger generation. We would say younger generation, and present reasons and examples of sociological research and the changing role of educators to support the argument. Okay, that's fine. I'm going with younger because I think that is more the aim of this essay, the pitch of this essay. Firstly, the purpose of education is to teach the future generation a range of necessary skills. Okay, I'd go the primary purpose. I think you can expand this a little bit. These adjectives are really helpful. A range of necessary skills such as necessary skills from X to Y. Again, I'm going to talk a lot about development, developing your sentences, developing your arguments just a little bit more makes a huge difference. This is because human beings, by means of teaching and learning, have been successful in their survival. Okay, good. So this is fine. It's a little bit underdeveloped. So here, by giving me some examples here, successful, maybe you could put not only in their survival, but also, so that's quite a nice sentence structure, but also in innovation, in development of sophisticated societies, in the workplace. I think you can expand this. For example, recent sociological research from Harvard. Now, we don't say a recent research. Careful of that. We just say recent. Suggests that the idea of schooling has been of critical importance for humans in overcoming numerous challenges to survive. Okay, yes, that's fine. We're not saying you can't go to school in the title. We're saying academic only. Is it right to do academic only, or is it right to do academic plus entertainment? So careful here. For me, this little bit is a bit off topic. I'm going to highlight it there. You're a little bit off topic there. You've gone on to talk about schooling in principle rather than schooling, like school versus entertainment. Always check back to the title as you're writing. The imperative lies in problem solving rather than entertainment. Yeah, many people may say the imperative lies in exam results. Yeah, and future academic success. So there's a big argument that, only exams, and no fun. So I think that is important there. Secondly, an engaging form of schooling is not entertainment, but a system that allows children to proactively learn, to learn proactively. A system that allows children to learn proactively. You'd have to just change that the other way around, those two. Okay. Yes. All right. Learn proactively. We're saying that's not entertainment. So I think we need to almost go back a step, and I think you need to explain, like I said here, explain this. I think you need to explain what you mean by entertainment, because for a lot of people, entertainment in school, for me, it'll be like sport, music, drama, art, that kind of thing. And that fits quite nicely with your example here. We're not talking about watching TV. I don't think you need to go that far. But so I think you probably need to explain what you mean by entertaining, because here, this great example about NASA, I like that. That is quite entertaining. So for me, that is fine. Due to the rapid development of digital technology, the importance of facilitating students, you need enabling students to self-learn is becoming more paramount than ever before. Good. For instance, in 2018, the AI research of Google suggested the new role of educators had become critical, highlighting a shift to self-learning. Yes, okay, but we are really meant to be talking about what's going on in schools. Okay, so be careful again, a little bit off topic, need to be focusing more on what's going on in the school classroom. Yeah. Hence, school systems should focus on encouraging students to become proactive learners. Okay, this is fine. Be proactive, but it starts in the classroom, and then they can continue that at home. Steer away from entertaining them. Yes, but again, I'm slightly finding it hard to kind of understand your argument, because you really, really need to define entertaining. If you're doing digital learning in the classroom, fantastic. You'll remember what you've been taught. It's a more entertaining way of learning. It's more interesting. It's more challenging. Do you see what I mean? So I think you can link this together. In conclusion, the success of education is dependent on how sufficiently learning outcomes have been achieved, instead of how well learners have been entertained. Again, it's this tricky word, isn't it? In the future, the government and educators will need to maintain traditional goal of education while adapting to the changing digital landscape. This is fantastic, yes. So there's lots of good stuff here. I'm not worried. It's just a question of staying on the task. And as you go through the course, you'll find we talk a lot about really answering the question and making sure you understand the question. But there's lots of good stuff. Well done, well done. So doing an activity with a child develop better skills and imagination than reading. So we're comparing to reading. Traditionally, reading has been considered a popular method for developing skills and ideas. However, I strongly believe that better learning outcomes can be achieved by carrying out interactive activities with children. Yes, good, nice. This essay will provide reasons to support this view, showing examples of research on learning behaviour and NASA. Oh, sorry, NASA wasn't this essay. NASA was the other essay. This was the AI. Sorry, confusion. I like the NASA one. Firstly, activities involving multiple senses can enable learners to develop skills that cannot be learned by reading. Okay, here again, same as the kind of essay above, such as, tell me what skills you mean. This is because for skills to be truly internalized, the learning process needs to simultaneously activate multiple senses of a learner, okay, instead of a single visual sense. Okay, nice. For example, a recent study on learning behavior by Harvard revealed that school students who play video games to a moderate degree noticeably outperform their, okay, spatial, yeah, good, that's nice, that's good example, that works well there. I still think you can give me some ideas here. Or tell me which they have learned. They have learned through, you could say here, challenging tasks, team building, that sort of stuff. Things they've done when they're gaming. Link this back to the gaming. Reading alone is not responsible for the development. Alone, yes, okay. Secondly, the process of learning is more creative when involving children. Yes, okay. We are talking there, but doing an activity with a child, okay, Yep. Process of learning is more creative when involving children. Okay. Due to the imaginative nature of young children, embracing their world allows learners to enhance their inventiveness. Okay, careful. We're talking about teaching the children, yeah? Not how we learn from children. We're talking about teaching children. I think you've slightly reversed this argument here. For instance, NASA scientists actively seek opportunities to conduct creative science activities with children, okay, where fascinating ideas are often proposed. So tell me, link this back to how children develop skills. Link this back to the essay. Hence, engaging in activities such as, rather than reading books, can warrant learners to reach, yes, good, nice. In conclusion, carrying out interactive activities with imaginative children, rather than reading alone, good, can lead to a more effective and efficient learning process. So, yes, it's can they develop better skills? We're not really talking about the learning process, though, are we? This is a sort of topic issue, isn't it? A desirable method. Okay, so let me just summarize this for you. So in terms of task achievement, have you answered the questions? I think in both of them, not quite fully answered the questions. Coherence and cohesion, yeah, that's nice. It's easy for me to find my way through your essay. Generally, it makes sense, it's quite clear. The grammar looks quite nice. I think we can, as we go along, put in some more kind of fancy, complex grammar. Vocabulary looks good. You just need to show me absolutely that you understand the words in the question. And the way to do that is using lots of synonyms and kind of broadening out your vocabulary. But we can do this, and that is why you're on the course. So great start. Well done. And I look forward to reading your next essays when you have time. Thank you.